welcome back to our garden. Today we're going to be doing a full big harvest and we have a lot to pick today. It is summer and we have just come out of a heat wave. We had 3 days of probably about like 100-degree weather once you take into account the heat index and the humidity, and today it feels so much better, so we're so excited to be out. We really have not been out at all in the last 3 days since it was so hot, so I think there's going to be a lot for us to pick today. Of course, during like day 1 of the heat wave, our AC broke and we were just having a little bit of PTSD from last year when our AC broke during the hottest part of the summer for like 3 or 4 weeks. But luckily, Aaron was able to get it fixed and we had AC for the rest of the weekend and hopefully for the rest of the summer, because that would have been very terrible. But either way, it's feeling a lot better out here today. Even though it still is like 80 degrees and humid, it feels better than 95 degrees and humid. So we're excited to be back out in the garden. And today, what I think we're going to be picking is a lot of tomatoes. We have a ton of tomatoes out there to pick. And then hopefully after today, with whatever we pick, and also I have a lot of tomatoes in the house that are just about ripe, I will finally be getting to preserving my tomatoes. I'll probably be making tomato sauce and canning that and doing diced tomatoes. And I think we're also going to be doing another big harvest of peppers. We've also got some cucumbers, and then I think we'll have a few other random things, like maybe some blackberries are ready to pick, some okra, maybe a handful of beans, but probably not that many. And then I'll go over my patch of calendula as well and do a harvest of those. So yeah, I think that's going to be everything. So let me take you around the garden and we'll get started picking. Okay, so I think we're going to be starting in this bed here, and we have a lot to pick. Oh, I completely forgot in the intro to say that one big thing we're picking is the rest of our onions. We have this whole patch of yellow onions here. This variety of onions is called Calibra, and this is our last variety of onions to pick. You can tell that they're ready because they're all starting to bend over, and I think these ones got the biggest out of the 3 varieties we grew. But the onions this year honestly did not do as well as I had hoped, just because we had some tough weather when these were getting started in the spring. But this is still a pretty nice sized one. I just think that I have gotten bigger yellow onions before than this, but they did have some pretty tough conditions, so I'll still be happy with that. Some of them have gone to seed. I pulled out a few where I saw the seed heads forming already, and those will have to be eaten fresh because they won't store very well. But you can see there's an onion here that's starting to form a seed head, and that could be because they experienced too much cold weather when I planted them out. I did start these from seed, so usually that does not happen when you start your onions from seed. But if something goes wrong with like the timing or the conditions when they're first out, that could happen. But the rest of them look fine. Most of them have not gone to seed, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. We're gonna empty out this entire patch, and then later this week I'm gonna come out here and plant this whole area with carrots, I think. And then in the front of the bed we have peppers to pick. We're just gonna go through our whole patch. We have lots of different varieties here, and I'm just gonna pick whatever we feel like picking pretty much. Some of our peppers are starting to turn red now, but honestly I've been picking a lot of our peppers green and just eating them green, and they've been really good. So we've been enjoying green peppers. I think I have picked a lot of my bell peppers already, but there's still a few out here. I haven't taken like too much of a thorough look, so we're just gonna have to see what's out here. And I think while we're here, I'll also go ahead and pick some flowers for inside the house, because this patch is looking so nice and bright and cheerful to have inside. And I'll probably just do a simple bouquet today, just zinnias, and I don't know, maybe I'll pick some Thai basil or something and try to keep it simple because we have a lot of other stuff to pick as well. So we're just gonna go down this bed and pick a bunch of stuff, and just look how empty the bed next to it is. I've pulled out so many of our zucchini plants because of disease and bug issues, so now it's just looking so bare and empty here. But this bed is still looking very nice and full.
Yeah, well, that was already out.
Oh, I picked that one. my goodness. Look at these. It's so heavy. Oh my goodness, so these are our onions that we just picked and they already fill up the entire table. And we're just starting, so we might have to get out the big table because we're not going to be able to fit anything else.
Change your beauty.
Okay, so then we've got a ton of tomatoes to pick in these couple of rows. We have a lot of Roma tomatoes to pick over here. You can't really see a lot of them because they're like kind of hidden in the weeds, but we will definitely get a good amount out of here. And we have some of our like heirloom tomatoes still hanging on. We'll pick a few, but honestly, a lot of them have died at this point. So yeah, we'll just see what there is there. And then I think I have a few okra pods to pick. I just picked a couple this morning because they were just getting a little too big and I couldn't wait till tonight. But I think we still have a few that are a good size. If you're not really familiar with okra and don't know how to cook it, one really good way to have it is roasted. That kind of helps cut some of the gooiness of it. And also this past week, I made like a New Orleans style gumbo and that was so delicious. The secret to a really good gumbo I learned is to make a really dark roux, which is just like flour with butter and oil. And you have to make that roux for like 30 minutes to an hour really slowly on the stove. And this makes like a really thick consistency. And okra is perfect to put into gumbo because it kind of has that like gooey thick consistency, so the roux kind of helps hide that texture if you don't enjoy that. And yeah, that was one of the best things that we ate this past week. So look up like a New Orleans style gumbo if you want to try that out, or if you want me to show that, I'll probably be making it again in a couple weeks, so let me know in the comments. But yeah, I know okra is not something that everybody is familiar with or maybe even likes, so finding the right recipes for it definitely is key. While we're here, I also want to show our artichoke is almost opening up. I've been coming out here every day just to see the moment when it opens. It's really getting there. You can start to see a little bit of the purple. So we're on artichoke blossom watch here, and yeah, I will definitely let you guys know when it opens up because it should be really cool. I also have another patch of tomatoes to pick over here. These are my hybrid determinate tomatoes. They're kind of on the larger size. And unfortunately, the hornworms destroyed a lot of my tomatoes. And I did lose a little bit of fruit because of the hornworms, but I'm just gonna have to go through here and hopefully these guys aren't too damaged. It's just so disappointing when I'm like waiting for a tomato to turn red and then I turn to the underside and there's just like a big rotten area like this one. This one's probably just from splitting, not from a hornworm, but I've definitely had that happen where I didn't realize there was like a hornworm bite on the other side and the underside has completely rotted out. But we still have a good amount of tomatoes to pick here, so we'll pick these and add them to our tomato collection.
Oh yeah. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Ooh, look at this bad boy.
What is juicing right now? Oh, there's a hole in it. No!
Two.
Oh, it was so perfect.
Really?
Except for the hole. I think we can salvage most of that one though.
This?
No, this one. This one we can cut out.
Looks beautiful and then boom.
That one is
It's like through and through.
oh my gosh, so disappointing. But I don't know, this half is still so good.
I know. It depends how deep the ants went.
I can use it tonight,
Just
I
find
think.
out, yeah. Just try it out.
Yeah, we're gonna try and salvage it.
You can eat a few ants. It's protein. Oh, jeez, that was squishy. I went to like feel to see if it was getting riper, and then my finger like almost went
And it
through.
was ripe.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick this guy and see what's going on.
Oh gosh, that one's so squishy.
Yeah, my
too.
finger just went in there.
Ew.
It just dripped out.
Ugh. Those hornworms. Terrible.
But I'm gonna throw it to the chickens.
Yeah.
I'll throw it over that with that one.
Yeah.
Oh, might have popped open.
Too. Oh, so sad.
That's awful. Well, I guess we have plenty, but
I'm gonna pick these ones a little early.
yeah, it's...
Ah,
Uh-oh. The pluck.
I can kind of hear it.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh no.
Right on the post.
Oh god.
You broke it.
I was just looking at you through the camera. Uh-oh. It's a little smudgy.
Yeah, I know, that's what I was saying. If it's not broken, it's smudgy at least.
Oops. Oh, no, it's coming off. Should have recorded this.
Oh, yeah.
No, you are? Oh, no. That's funny.
I wasn't the whole time, but I'd already pressed record.
That's really funny. All right. Next we have some cucumbers to pick, and I've got some really nice size ones here. These are probably a little larger than I would usually pick them, but again, we haven't really been out here too much the past few days, so got a good number here. And I have a really nice Thai basil plant here that I will go ahead and pick some sprigs for my bouquet and add to that. I also have a little patch of calendula here that I think I'm going to pick through. The flowers are a little bit more closed now that it's evening. I usually like to pick these during the day, but we were out today, so I didn't get the chance, but I'll still be able to pick and use these. And by the way, I have restocked the calendula sap, but I have been having some issues with Etsy because they have a new policy where you can't sell stuff that might be considered like medicinal. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out my way around that. Hopefully the issue will be resolved by the time this goes up. But yeah, if anyone has any advice for like selling something like that, or if you like really want to buy it, just let me know and we'll like find a workaround for it. But I do have 10 more tins of the calendula salve back in stock. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do about that. All right, so the last thing we're gonna pick, probably the most fun thing, is our little patch of blackberries here. They are sadly like coming to an end here, but can't really complain because we really have had so many blackberries. You can't really see any from this side actually, but here we go. There's a few beautiful ones here. Yeah, it looks like this branch might be like the last one that's producing on this plant. So once these are gone, we are done for the year. Oh, but this plant has some beautiful ones. Don't mind our tangle of fabric here. That's not really working to keep the birds off, but it was kind of windy yesterday, so kind of got blown around. But yeah, we've got some nice blackberries here and a lot more on this side. Is this one for us or for chickens?
Chickens.
Oh no, I should have shown the GrubTerra. They've got it.
Okay, girl, Maeve.
So normally at the end of the harvest videos, with whatever scraps we have from picking through the garden, we'll feed those to the chickens. But usually that's stuff like leafy greens and things in the brassica family, which we don't have a lot of since it's summer, and those are more spring and fall vegetables. So I thought it would be fun to give them a special treat today, especially because they've been so hard at work making lots of eggs. And I'm really excited to try out this new product. GrubTerra sent us these black soldier fly larvae that we can give as treats to the chickens. It's kind of a similar treat to like the mealworms that you can buy in the store, but I've never seen black soldier fly larvae at the store before, so I was really excited to try these. And I really like the idea of this because they have 75% more calcium than mealworms, which is really important for our chickens when they're producing a lot of eggs. And also, I just want to show you like the blurb they have in the back that I really like. So the black soldier fly larvae eat pre-consumer food waste from supermarkets, and every 1 pound of dried black soldier fly larvae equals 20 pounds of food waste saved from landfills. So I think that's pretty cool, and I think our chickens are really gonna love it. So we're gonna give them a little extra special treat today, and thank you for GrubTerra for sending this to us. If you want to try them out, they sent over a coupon code, so I'll leave that in the description box and all that info if you want to check them out. It's not an affiliate code as far as I'm concerned, so we're not getting any money from it, but it will give you a discount. So yeah, we'll see how our chickens like it. Who wants treats? They smell good.
Try one.
They kind of smell like potato chips a little bit.
No, they smell like shrimp chips.
Mmm.
Wow.
They're looking for more.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, Maeve.
Pretty girl. She's just looking for more.
Alright, so this is our final harvest. Good thing we brought out the big table because we really needed it. First off, this is so many more onions than I thought we were going to pick. And some of them ended up being a lot bigger than I thought they would be. So I'm pretty happy about that. And I think these ones will be pretty decent for storing. And then we have our different varieties of peppers here. We've got a nice big box of tomatoes. Our pretty little bouquet, just a really simple one of zinnias and Thai basil, but I think it's still really pretty, and the Thai basil makes it smell so good. Then we have our cucumbers, calendula, our blackberries, and we also just had like a few of some things like our yard-long beans, regular green beans, and okra. So yeah, not too many of those, but throughout the week we'll definitely get more. So that is the final harvest for today. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in the next one.